I'll give you an instance because I'm kind of a crazy person. So this week when we were at Freed Hardman Lectures, a guy came up to me and he was telling me, and he said, and he looked around first, and I love it. When Christians look around, you know something good's coming. He looked around, and we hadn't seen each other in probably about 15 years. And I said, man, how's the family? Is things going well for you? He said, good. And he looked around, he said, hey, can I brag a little bit? Can I brag? And I said, yeah, let's go. What are you bragging about today? He said, my son is now a deacon. I said, what? Your son? He said, yeah. And I gave him a hug, and I said, oh, man, good. And he just sat there. He didn't know what to do. He just froze up like Frankenstein. I said, man, I'm so excited for you. He said, huh? And I said, I remember when he was about this big, and now he's about this big. And I said, he's got his own little tribe. I said, oh, man, that's so good. He looked at me, and he said, are you okay? I said, man, I am so excited for your son. 2 days later, his son came walking by. I looked at him and I said, hey, I heard some good news. He said, what? I said, I heard that you're a deacon. I love his response. His response was, oh, yeah. My response was, haha, no. I said, I remember you sitting in my Bible class goofing off and not paying attention. He said, I always paid attention. I said, I remember it. And the reason is, right, because he kind of stood there, and he stood there in that church stance, arms crossed, hands like this. And he just kind of nodded. Because sometimes we don't know how to celebrate.